Hogwarts Legacy gets a 1 out of 10 on a review? Wow, that can't be right. There has been so much distemper in the world of Hogwarts Legacy. It's absolutely absurdity at this point. You've got articles from journalists saying, oh, it's the greatest game alive, but you can't play it because it's J K Rowling, because her views have been twisted and turned. And you know what evil does? They turn and twist the words right upside down. They can't create, they only destroy, and that's what is going on here. And the journalists are raging out there. They want this game not to be made. They don't want this game to be a symbol out there for gamers just to enjoy their lives. Out of all places, Wired comes out with the review. There is no magic in Hogwarts Legacy. Really? Really? This is where it's going to go. The game is mid at best, and its real-world harms are impossible to ignore. The real-world harms from a video game you can easily not buy, put down, get yourself up, and go touch some damn grass. Well, I don't have grass, but I got snow. See, you can touch the snow. Look, there's snow. There's snow. Oh, you know what? There's a little bit of grass here showing. That's how you touch the grass. Geez, it's like Wired could do no harm here at all. You know, giving it a 1 out of 10. Oh my God, it's a 1 out of 10. No, like seriously, Wired, help me say goodbye to the setting for good. Well, why? Why are you denying yourself from enjoying the world of Harry Potter? Why are you denying yourself from enjoying the fantasy realm? All because you don't like what someone said about J K Rowling, about her, how you're talking about this as an anti-Semitic trope. Are you kidding me? The story is rooted in anti-Semitic tropes. The gameplay feels dated. The graphics feel like they're a couple generations behind. You obviously don't understand how games are made to even be able to write this review. The amount of assets that are in this game make it pretty laggy on PC. But I've heard the PS5 and the Xbox, it's running just fine because it was more designed for a controller game. Now, when it comes to a PC, there's stuff that they're gonna have to patch it. I gotta give them that, but it doesn't deserve a 1 because it is immense. This game is gigantic. Go play WoW. Go stick with WoW. Maybe you'll have more fun. All the characters are one-dimensional. No, they're not. It doesn't stay true to the established lore. Well, it takes place a couple hundred years before the established lore, so how do you know that? Every character feels like a off-brand version of the characters we know and love. There's no sense of place, no magic, no heart. I disagree. I wholly disagree with that. The Weasleys that are there, they're a long generation of wizards. They're not the muggles that you want to believe they are. Yikes, y'all. Oh my God. I gotta read this. I don't even smoke, and I feel like I need a cigarette before I get this thing started. Why? Did you just have sex? Because that's the only reason why I think you need a cigarette. Did this game really stress you out that bad that you need a cigarette? How about you go pour yourself a scotch, sit down, relax, and actually enjoy the damn game? We're here to talk about Hogwarts Legacy, and do that, we need to discuss the whole mess. It's a whole mess, guys. The game is a complete and utter disaster. You know what? My first impressions video, that was me saying, listen, these are things that they could do better in the game, but the game itself is pretty well done. I gotta say, there's a lot there that you can do. It really does feel like it's over an abundance for a game. There's so much to do in it. Pull up a chair, pour yourself some tea because they're gonna spill it. Wrap yourself in a blanket, scream into the pillow or the abyss. Well, you know what? I think that's what you did here with your article. Because this one's going to take a lot out of both of us, or get heavy. Hogwarts Legacy is a third-person action RPG set in the same universe as the classic Harry Potter series of children's books, in case you need a refresher. These books, the Wizarding World setting, and the Harry Potter film franchise is all an intellectual property and brainchild of the author J K Rowling. Yay! Give yourself a pat on the back. You actually said something.
Oh, well done. You deserve to give yourself a big pat on the back.
I do, and I will give myself one.
This is important because she has always been inseparable from her work, and from her work she's inspired and licensed for better and now mostly for worse. Why is it so bad? Nothing with the Wizarding World stamp on it can be viewed outside the context of it being a product of Dame J K Rowling. So now you're calling her a dame? So you're insulting J K Rowling for being a woman? Good job. Good job. Within the pages of her book, she made the extraordinary seem extraordinary. She created a place where weirdly lonely kids would be told they were special, where kids who had survived abuse were more than fundamentally broken. Yeah, have you seen the game? Have you played the game? A lot of the kids in there seem to be down in the dumps. A lot of the NPCs don't seem to act like their cheery selves. They do seem to be drawn away from society. Since 2019, though, she is once beloved children's author has, well, she's had some opinions. Oh no, an opinion, and it's online. Whatever will we do? About people like me, like you. Okay. So it's people like you who wrote this article. So you didn't like her opinion, so you wrote this article. Okay, I get it. I get it. We're at a hit piece level. That's fine. And whether or not she should exist, we should exist. What are you talking about? She's even gone as far as suggest that there's inherently dangerous, a threat to real, ouch, woman everywhere. Let's see. J.K. Rowling wants to still contain a space of safety for women. That doesn't mean that she's telling you to go drop dead. She hasn't even said that. Hell, she's even said she would march beside many people if they were discriminated against. There is a subsection within the subsection of those people that want to do bad things and act like a spoiled little rotten brat that's coming out of the woodwork in the very minor circumstance that want to claim certain things when they're not. They are not. They sit there and they claim all these things as an activist to a moth to a light. That's all this is. J.K. Rowling is the light. These little moths that want to sit there and tell her and yell her down are the moths. And they come up and they hit the light and they get zapped every time they come close to the light. That's exactly what's going on here with the J.K. Rowling situation. The boycott failed. A lot of people saw through it. The boycott backfired completely. And this has now become one of the best-selling games of all time. When I was a kid, every word that flowed from J.K. Rowling's pen wrote magic into my world. But now, every word she puts out just hurts my heart. Why? Why do you deny yourself to not enjoy the things that have been written? Who cares what J.K. Rowling says? Enjoy the game, enjoy the words, enjoy the books. Who cares? I can appreciate art where art is due. And what J.K. Rowling has written, and now this game, is a work of art. Now, I do have my beefs with the game. Yes, because I do believe the game can be a lot better. It's suffered from a day one situation here on PC, which most AAA games seem to have. Every homophobic or transphobic thing queer kids hear growing up becomes a voice that follows them for a long time. Who hurt you? Like, what was said to you growing up on these things? Because I don't see it. I've never saw this. People that I know that happen to be gay or trans, they don't talk of things like this. They just sit there and go, I don't want these people talking for me because what they're saying is absolute lies. They're doing nothing more but being an activist, and that's not what the whole thing is. A lot of people just want this whole situation to simmer down and shut up. Honestly, the only people that should be talking about this type of stuff should be with their doctor and not with people online on Twitter yelling and screaming nonstop about how J K Rowling is the worst thing that's ever happened on the planet Earth. You know what is the worst thing that happened on planet Earth right now? Well, it happened in World War II with the genocide of millions of people. We're not seeing that today. The sun's coming up tomorrow. Hopefully, the world simmers down for what is really going on right now. But I hate to tell you, we're much better off. Much better off. We're not in a depression. Yeah, I see a recession coming along, but you know, that's the ebb and flow of the economy. It goes up and it goes down. And this article was nothing more than a clickbait title in order to get people to read and make videos on. There's a hole in where this game heart should be. You can't see it at first, but you really feel around its edges. Stop looking for what is there and start noticing what isn't. Seriously? Seriously. So you went into this game looking for the bad. Looking for what's missing. There's no sense of place. The world is lifeless. Character models and facial animations are present, but somehow absent. I have to say, the NPCs in the game are almost blank expressions. This was one of the things that I said in my first impressions. In some cases, like the tweaking Gryffindor in the corner, I was like, what is going on here? Is he okay? Right? So there was a few things that I noticed with the NPCs, but I don't think it makes it lifeless. I think the NPCs actually breathe life to it. I think the halls being filled with them, and then you go around at night and the halls are empty. Like, you see a real sense of night and day in this game. The characters are animated, but they certainly don't feel alive. Well, they're scripted AI. Of course not. The story, besides it being rooted in anti-Semitism, a global cabal is trying to end slavery, but it's bad because the slaves aren't being slaves. No, that's not what the story is. The goblins, which is where they're trying to equate this to, there's a subsection of the goblins that are trying to do bad things around the world and is trying to use magic to take over. The other subsect of goblins are treated very well, and they deal with everything else, and they follow the rules. They literally would be a lawful evil banker is what it is. That's the way I look at them. But ultimately, they follow the law. They do what is supposed to be necessary. It doesn't even feel compelling. It feels muddy, a minefield of unanswered questions, unexplained motivations. After speaking of which, the characters often flat out state their motivations, but they don't feel unbelievable or even particularly coherent. It says it's Hogwarts, but it doesn't feel like Hogwarts. Even despite the controversy around Rowling herself, the game feels like it's been put together to tap the eager nostalgia of fans without paying attention to making it actually worth playing. Are you kidding me? How do you put something together for the fans without actually taking from the core lore? Like, the game is magical in itself. The paintings are all alive. The hallways are alive. Everything is alive. Hell, there was a dragon that was in there that was a tree moving around. I sat there, I was amazed at it. I was like, that thing's pretty cool, right? There is so much life and vibrancy to this game. They took everything and put it into this game. For that reason alone, I can't in good conscience recommend spending your money on it. Combined with who this game helps and who it harms, well, it's definitely not worth it unless your goal was to cause harm. Are you kidding me? No, your goal is to enjoy the damn game. Have fun. Keep gaming fun. Just enjoy it. It's absolutely ridiculous. This is nothing more than a hit piece. Stand together. There's a direct correlation between how open Rowling become about her bigotry and how flat the heartless wizarding world media becomes. Are you kidding me? J K Rowling is a feminist in her own rights, trying to stand up for women's rights, and then get shouted down by people like this nonstop because she has a complete disagreement on biology. That's all this is. She didn't sit there and tell people that you need to go die. She's gotten a hell of a lot more threats against her for standing up for what she believes is right, which is absolutely ridiculous. Enjoy the damn game. Hogwarts Legacy, honestly, is a very good game. If you want my first impressions, I'll link it somewhere in this video. I do have beefs with the game, but I don't think they're nearly like this. This is nothing but trivial garbage. This should be on tabloids, is where this should be. J K Rowling, the biggest evil thing that has ever happened on the face of the earth, all because this magical game of wizards and wizardry came out of nowhere, and it's captivated the hearts all over again for the Harry Potter universe. Thanks for watching. I'm your proud Canadian Phoenix. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We will see you again next time.